And if you want to get in on the conversation, you want to have your voice heard, the best way to do it is through the Gringo in chat. Derek, how you doing, man?
Hi-oh. All right, so anyway, Boomer in chat. He wants to, he says, why make a virtual reality environment if it's not going to look real? He says, give me blood or I ain't buying the game.
So we're talking about blood in game. Puddin, you're not a big fan of blood in game?
No, I think it's great that EA puts a game out like this where you have a choice. There's availability if you want the blood, and you can purchase it without the blood. I think it's great.
But the blood isn't really available. This is a hack. This is gamers in the community kind of saying, we want the blood. We'll make it ourselves if we have to.
No, you're right. I don't know why EA made a decision like that. Again, you know, a lot of these companies, it's a money thing. It's like if they lower the rating, they're going to get more people to buy the game. So that's why they did it. I think it stinks, you know, for the consumer who plays Medal of Honor 1, you know, puts money into it and then gets a different game when, you know, especially a different rated game when they buy the second one.
But it's like if you would have watched Saving Private Ryan and every time someone got shot there was no blood that came out, wouldn't that kind of change the movie for you?
Well, yeah, it would change the movie. It wouldn't make it as realistic, but also it would be different if the Saving Private Ryan 1 was like that and 2 came out and then all of a sudden there was no blood. I think the biggest difference is that they changed the game on the consumers, and I think that's the problem. Do we have another caller?
Caller?
This is Tasha.
Hey, Tasha, where are you from?
Los Feliz in California.
Oh, nice. You have a question for us?
Yeah, I was wondering, does size matter? Like, just what's the deal with stores charging more for a game that's in a bigger box than the same game sold in a smaller box?
Wait, did you see this in a store recently? What happened?
Basically, I saw like the same game that was in larger packaging.
I know what you're talking
being
about.
sold for more money than the exact same game just sold in like a small tiny box.
Yeah, this is actually something that's been going on in the game industry for a while. These big giant PC game boxes take up a lot of shelf space, and it also kind of adds money to the production. I think what she's talking about is now EA and some of the other big companies have reduced the size of the boxes to almost like DVD case size. Right. But they're actually cheaper than the regular version of the game? Tasha?
No, it's just the smaller size packaged games, excuse me, are selling for a lower price.
So I think she's saying you're getting the exact same thing, just the box it comes in is different size.
Right.
And it's cheaper money. That's pretty good.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Well, you know, I think everything's about marketing. It is when you go to a restaurant, it's the jeans that you wear. I mean, people will pay more money for something that looks good. So I think that if, you know, gamers start, you know, buying all the smaller packaged stuff, we'll be spending a lot less money on great games. So I think basically it's in our control, you know.
Thank you, Tasha.
We think we have another caller on the line, actually. Do we? Do we have another caller?
Caller?
Hi, my name is Bob 3D from Rancho Cucamonga.
Hey, Bob.
And I'm a cheater.
Oh, he's a cheater. What's up? You cheat in what? What game?
Counter-Strike.
Okay, and why do you cheat? What's the deal?
I actually feel like it's a developer's fault for leaving the game so open-ended. I just go in and crack the game, and I feel like it's digital steroids. It's digital steroids.
Exactly. What makes you, but don't you feel a little weak beating people using a hack?
No way. It's like, I feel like if any advantage I can take, it's all better.
But what's the point of that? I mean, isn't the point like the challenge of sort of beating everybody in the same circumstances and going through and having invisible walls and extra ammunition? I mean, do you really feel good about yourself, I guess, when you win a game that way?
I just feel that those punks, you know, if they don't want to use my cheat, you know, whatever.
All right. I think we have someone who has the opposing opinion. Tina on the other line. Pull them up.
Line 3.
Yeah.
Hey, caller.
Yeah, this is Joe from North Jersey.
And you hate cheaters, right, Joel?
Yeah, you know, it kind of ruins it for everybody else, you know? Just go in and figure out the game. Take the time like the rest of us. You know, you're kind of a punk if you're a cheater.
Bob, you want to respond to him? Talk to him.
I just feel that if they leave the game so open-ended, it's as if they wanted me to go in and crack the game.
That's like saying if you leave your back door open, you're just asking to be robbed.
Exactly.
I don't know if I buy that.
I hope you don't live in my neighborhood, is all I can say.
Gringo, what's going on in chat? Are they happy with cheating? These chatters in our room cannot be.
It's so back and forth because a lot of people say, yeah, Bob's right. You know, it's fun to get in there and make the game do what you want. But DC Joe Dog says no way, and Toshin says Bob is a lowly cheater.
Boomer actually throws out in chat cheating-death.com. I assume that's some kind of anti-cheating site. There's also paladin-anti-cheat.com.
Yeah, I think it's totally uncool to do in multiplayer games. Do it in single-player games when you're playing against a computer, but a lot of people are paying a lot of money.
Have you ever cheated on anything?
I've cheated on tests.
Right.
But I was only hurting myself, Scott.
When we come back, we have got a guest. We've got a really cool guest. Josh Resnick is the president and co-founder from Pandemic Studios, the developer of the critically acclaimed Dark Reign 2 and Battlezone 2. Got some real interesting stuff going on with the military. He'll be taking your questions from chat and your phone calls, all when we come back with G4TV.com, the internet talk show about video games. Good shot. If I could compete in one game, it would have to be Unreal Tournament on Arena. I love that game. I had the maps memorized. I knew how to manage power-ups. I had my double jumps and my strafing technique down to a science. But none of that mattered because I needed to have perfectly styled hair and lots of denim. That was my role on Arena.
How's the mascot? Sleeping like a baby.
Nothing good happens after midnight, except Denny's. Try our new all-nighter value menu, starting at $3.99.
Smarter and sleeker, with real-time turn-by-turn GPS navigation. It has the intelligence you require, with the beauty you desire. The Blackberry Curve from AT&T. Come to our smartphone sale and get Dad the Curve for Father's Day. It's only $99.99 for a limited time. AT&T, your world delivered.
How does new Edgy Clips give you such a close and comfortable shave? New Edge Eclipse. Get your edge. How does the bold fragrance in New Edge Energy get your morning off the ground? That smell can get a man going. New Edge Energy. Get your edge.
Some agents are charming. Some are talented.
Wow.
But only one is just plain smart.
Surprise!
Steve Carell, Anne Hathaway, Dwayne Johnson. Get smart. Rated PG-13.
You're a safe driver. Isn't it about time you got paid for being one?
Only Allstate will send you an actual bonus check worth up to 5% of your premium every 6 months you go without an accident. Call an Allstate agent now or 877-ALLSTATE so you can get the rewards you deserve.
This is not the time to wish you had accident forgiveness.
Now is the time to get accident forgiveness from Allstate. Starting the day you sign up, your rates won't go up just because you have an accident, even if it's your fault. Call 877-ALLSTATE before you drive again.
This is not the time to wish you had better insurance.
You don't have to skimp on quality protection with Allstate. In fact, drivers who switched from Geico to Allstate saved an average of 20%. That's an average of $434 a year. And you don't have to wait for your current policy to expire. Call 877-ALLSTATE.
Can you afford not to be in good hands?
This is you after an energy drink. Unfortunately, so is this. Why do energy drinks make you crash? 1 minute you're wired up, the next you feel worse than before. The answer is large amounts of sugar and caffeine. That's why you should try a new liquid energy shot called 5-Hour Energy. With 5-Hour Energy, you can leave grogginess behind and sail through your day without feeling jittery, tense, or you know. That's because 5-Hour Energy contains a powerful blend of B vitamins for energy and amino acids for focus, alertness, and better mood. There's zero sugar, about as much caffeine as a cup of coffee, and only 4 calories. The 2-ounce shot takes just seconds to drink, and in minutes you're feeling bright, awake, and productive. And that feeling lasts for hours. So if your energy drink makes you crash, switch to 5-Hour Energy. Hours of energy now, no crash later. Find out if 5-Hour Energy is right for you. It's available at these fine stores. Or for more information, go to 5hourenergy.com.
You're plugged into G4 Rewind.
Your life force is running out.
If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life. If you dig this, then you dug this, cause I'm all about the nerd life, word life, yeah.
G4X play, mighty crackle.
All right, chatters, we're back with G4TV.com with Scott, Rubin, and Tina Wood, and special guest.
Alrighty, our guest today is Pandemic Studios co-founder Josh Resnick. Josh been involved with mega hits like MechWarrior 2, Battlezone, and Dark Reign. While he was at Activision, now most recently with Pandemic, he's released triple play for the Xbox and PS2 and the real-time strategy game Army Men for the PC. Also working on some pretty cool military stuff. We're going to ask him about that. Welcome to the show, Josh.
Thank you very much. Good to be here. Thanks.
Josh, I have a quick question for you. Right now, you seem sort of be an expert in the gaming industry. What do you think, just, off the bat, what the biggest issue right now facing the gaming industry might be?
I would say growing pains. I know that's kind of an odd response, but with the advent of this, the new technology for Xbox and PlayStation 2 and the GameCube, that's led to demographic shifts in the type of the games that we're expecting and the type of gamers out there, and it's it's just causing a lot of rethinking of how we approach things.
Is it hard for you to keep up being sort of a gaming developer and?
Absolutely. I try my best, but it's very, very hard.
Has the console consolidation, meaning the shift really from PC to console, has that helped in terms of developing for a benchmark system as opposed to the PC we have 8 billion different configurations?
Absolutely. In fact, Pandemic has really made a wholesale shift to the console for that very reason. It's so much easier to make a game when you know what the hardware is, you know what kind of audience you have, you know where they're playing it. There's just so many more knowns than on the PC. Sometimes the technology is a little bit more challenging. The costs are certainly higher. Sometimes the development time takes longer. But, at the end of the day, I think it's worth it. There's a difference.
Now, you actually are working on this military thing, and we've heard rumors about it, and there's a little bit on your website, but can you explain to people what exactly this is all about?
Of course, my standard line is I'd have to shoot you. But for this show, I'll tell you all about it. It's really interesting. The U.S. Army actually approached Sony Pictures Imageworks, which is a special effects art house within Sony. They approached us. So this project kind of fell on our lap. We knew nothing about training simulation products. There's other competitors out there that have dealt with it in the past, like Nova Logic, but this is our first time with it. And it's very different than a typical game, obviously. We're making a product to the exact specifications of training for the U.S. Army. And it really makes a big difference. We're trying to actually have this be a learning product for them. And the U.S. Army has actually been using games for the last 200 years to train their troops, but never before have they actually commissioned a product on the console for this specific purpose. So it's new for the Army and it's new for us, but it's really exciting.
So we can't get a demo or anything?
No, I wish.
And it's like tactic strategies, basically.
Absolutely. What it's doing is it's teaching critical decision making for squads and the commanders that command those squads inside of MOUT environments, which is, I just forgot what the acronym means, but essentially it's for dense urban environments. Imagine Black Hawk Down. Coming out of that experience, the Army wanted to try to come up with some kind of products or tools that will teach them to deal with those kind of situations. We're not teaching soldiers how to fire a gun or to maneuver a tank. We're teaching them how to think critically in those kind of situations.
Well, we've got a question from chat, Josh. I'm Gringo, by the way. Okay, the question is from Postal, and he wants to know, will there be hope of a Battlezone 3?
I have to tell you, Battlezone, of course I'm biased, is one of my all-time favorite games. It was a very, very unique product. Unfortunately, it didn't sell a couple million units, but it was a great game.
If you were to make the game, what console would it be for? Which consoles would you like to see it there?
I would probably say the Xbox and the PlayStation 2 would probably be the best homes for it. And I would love to do a Battlezone 3 out there. So if any publisher wants me to do it, please call.
I would like you to do it too.
Okay, well, great.
All right, we actually have a call as well. Caller, what's up?
Hey.
Hey. You got a question for Josh?
Yeah, Josh. This is Josh.
Hey, Josh. Good name.
Hey, I got a question for you about the military game you're doing.
Yeah, you got it.
What's more challenging, doing something like that where it's reality-based, or doing something like Army Men where it's kind of, your own imagination is your only restriction? What's more challenging?
That's interesting. That's a really good question. I would probably say that the harder game, at least, is the Army game. Now, that's probably because we're in the thick of it right now, and we're kind of going through this learning curve. But, just the interface alone, as you can imagine, is something really, really tough to grapple with. And our instincts is to make a game. Like, Army doctrine says that when you round a corner and there's superior, opposition forces coming at you, that you turn right around and run. And, obviously from a gamer's perspective, they would just charge head in there and try to take them on, with all the equipment that they have. So it's, our instincts start kicking in where we want to do the game a certain way, and then we kind of have to pull ourselves back a little bit to make it the Army way.
Okay, we got one final question. We are a little short on time, but massively multiplayer games have kind of taken everyone by storm. It's a big money-making business now. It's probably the single biggest technological kind of growth in the gaming industry. What do you see as the next kind of big thing for the future of gaming? Is there a next killer app or killer technology that will enable you guys to do some stuff that you haven't been able to do yet?
Well, hopefully you'll let me give you a really boring answer, and it might be more of a business perspective, but I think the biggest challenge that's facing the industry moving forward is becoming more sophisticated. You know, here we are, you know, the industry is surpassing the film industry in terms of gross receipts. You know, we're getting attention now in terms of games being turned into movies and, you know, games on phones and games as toys and all of this kind of stuff, and I still think the gaming industry has this kind of garage 20-year-old designer mentality. And I think just in everything that we do, from contracts to you know, how we deal with the talent, how we actually make the games, the types of games we're making, all of that kind of stuff is going to have to be rethought how we approach it.
You guys coming up with any more sports games?
Absolutely. We just can't talk about it.
Thank you very much, Josh. I appreciate it. We website, actually, if people want to find out more about what you guys are up to, pandemicstudios.com.
That's right. Yep.
Right on. Thank you very much. When we come back, we're going to be polling the people. We'll also be playing Puddin in Trivia Challenge, and of course I'm going to kick Tina's ass in Dead or Alive 3. She got me a little
It's all a
earlier.
bunch of trash talking, don't believe.
It's all a bunch of trash talking. I'm going to be doing a lot of it when we come back with more of G4TV.com, the internet talk show about games.
You're plugged into G4 Rewind. Up next, G4TV.com.
See you tomorrow, Steve.
Oh, dreaming. Do not let her get gum. You know that's Tony Stewart.
Tony, get the camera.
I've got the camera. Oh, Tony, he's a huge fan. Ready?
Tony, you okay?
Armor All wash, wipes, and tire shines. Go ahead, stare, and keep your car clean anywhere, anytime with new Armor All To-Go wipes.
I was an intelligence analyst in the U.S. Army.
Warrant officer with the 18th Airborne Corps.
82nd Airborne.
Green Beret.
91 Echo, dental assistant.
Chemical officer, and I served in Iraq.
The Army taught me how to be a team player.
To be decisive.
I learned how to be a leader.
To be strong mentally
and emotionally.
As it turns out, camouflage is a great way to get noticed. 150 careers in the strength America's top employers are looking for.
I am Army Strong.
I am Army Strong.
See what it's like at GoArmy.com.
eHarmony asked a lot of questions in the questionnaire.
My partner's energy level, I marked that as very important to me.
And one of the ones in particular that I found interesting was finding pleasure and contentment in simple things.
Are you romantic? Are you stubborn? Are you shy? Vivacious, rational, trusting?
How far are you willing to search?
It was the first time anyone asked me that, though, whether I was self-aware.
With our in-depth questionnaire, we get to know the real you, so we can match you with other singles based on compatibility. Log on today and review your matches for free. eHarmony.com.
The world's most epic adventure hero may not have the luxury of second chances, but you do when you play the Reveal the Secret game at Burger King. Now, every game piece has a second chance to win 10 grand online. If no one wins the money, it rolls over each day. Only at Burger King.
With over 1 billion movies delivered so far, and never a late fee. Get the lights. It's movie time. Netflix.
Here are 3 good reasons why you should get off the couch and call an affiliate of Le Cordon Bleu Schools North America. 1, they'll send you complimentary information about the world-famous Le Cordon Bleu culinary program. 2, they can help prepare you for an exciting career as a chef, pastry chef, caterer, or more. 3, it can open a door for the kind of future you've always wanted.
Call now for a complimentary career guide. Operators are standing by. Call 1-888-292-9971. That's 1-888-292-9971.
If you plan on building, furnishing, or remodeling your home, or you're just tired of paying retail, don't spend another dollar. Now, you can enjoy an incredible selection of top quality name brand products priced up to 50% less than retail. take the first step towards saving hundreds or even thousands of dollars on nearly anything for your home. Call for your free Direct Buy Insider's Guide to Buying Direct and learn what retailers don't want you to know. Each full-color page of the Insider's Guide is packed with powerful information. Discover some of the hundreds of thousands of products available from over 700 name brand manufacturers. Everything, including furniture, cabinets, appliances, flooring, lighting fixtures, and so much more, all without retail markups. At Direct Buy, you can't afford to miss this valuable opportunity. Call the number on your screen now to get your own Direct Buy Insider's Guide. You'll also receive a visitor's pass and map to the Direct Buy showroom nearest you. The sooner you call, the sooner you'll be buying direct. So call now.
Hi, this is Netsonic, and you're watching G4 Rewind. Who is your favorite G4 host?
I'd have to say Laura Foy.
Probably Adam. He's just hilarious and very spontaneous, and he always makes me laugh.
I'm gonna honestly have to say Kevin Pereira, and I know a lot of people really like Kevin. I'm one of those people, and I've watched him grow from a boy to a man.
Fans and critics agree Attack of the Show is time well wasted. One of the coolest shows on TV. Attack of the Show, weeknights at 7 and 10, only on G4.
All right, we're back with G4TV.com, and what I did, Tina, over the week is I went to the message boards. I'm looking for controversy. I'm looking for point, counterpoint. I'm looking for people with different opinions. And one of the interesting things, you haven't seen this yet, but I got a chatter, Mojo93, who posted, "My mom read some stupid article about why it's not good for kids to be on their computers for too long. I know you have an opinion about this." And he says, "Now I have to join some team or something which I don't even like doing. This sucks. I'm not good at sports or anything. And when I grow up, I want to work with computers anyways. It's the only thing I'm good at."
Right, but if he wants to work in computers, he's got to have some kind of a social skill, and that's reality. And
I agree. I gave you a post, so there's someone who actually agrees with you. I wanted you to have some support.
And I'm curious to see
for
this.
your ridiculous comments.
Dude, well, obviously it wasn't sent to me. I love your games too, but if you spend all of your time locked in your room with Mountain Dew, Doritos, and video games, you won't be able to deal with reality. I was the same way, but when I got to high school, I realized I had no face-to-face social skills and I had to relearn how to communicate with other people. Most importantly, there aren't many girls that want to hang out with a game addict. All right, I absolutely agree. If I have kids, when I do have kids, and also when I was a kid, my parents forced me at some point to get away from the computer and to go outside and to, maybe not sports, it doesn't have to be sports, Scott, but your kids have got to learn social skills.
But they are learning social skills, and I think that's what's missed in all of this, is that people think that when you're on a computer, you're just sitting there looking at a bunch of monsters and shooting them. The games today that these kids, I think Mojo93 is talking about, are massively multiplayer world with thousands of people from around the world, and they are socializing, they are talking, they're having jokes, and some of these friends that they make online are more important than even their own family members. I think you're overlooking that part of the social development.
But you can hide behind this computer, and that's the reality of it. There's things that you would say to me on this computer that you won't say in real life, right?
Right.
Okay, so what happens then when these people spend all their time on computers and it's time to go get a job, or it's time to go to college, or it's time to stand up and give a presentation in school?
I'm glad you said that because I did a little research. I got an article here from Andrew Glassman, a CNBC reporter, and to paraphrase, he says, "This story is for the parents who think their kids spend too much time playing video games. It turns out it might be time well spent preparing them for a lucrative career." So yes, it may inhibit them a little socially at high school, but the bigger picture is they're immersing themselves in a 3D world, they're immersing themselves in technology, and that could end up being a benefit for them later on.
I disagree. Isn't everything about moderation, though? It's the same thing if I had a kid that was a football star. It's like, that's great, but you know what? Computers are the wave of the future. Now let's spend an hour a night going through computer, whether or not it's math problems or English problems. It's about moderation.
I don't know. I would disagree only because sometimes kids aren't good at other stuff besides the social stuff that goes on in computer world. And you mentioned social. Social is all about what EverQuest and Ultima and Ashwin's Call is about. It's about communicating, becoming friends with people. You can't even do a lot of the tasks in these games without having multiple people with you. And actually, I just saw, Gringo, I saw a chat, Mako, I saw Mako's comment. I know you saw it too.
Yeah,
what did he say?
This is a big one. Mako says, "I tried the social skills thing in school and I was badly bullied and was so unhappy I was sent to a psychologist for help, yet online I've made more friends than daytime," I don't know what that means, but thanks to the long-time chatters, I've met here from years and years, so I thank them for effectively saving my life.
He's from the UK, so some of his language is a little... It's time for Playing with Puddin. Puddin
Yes.
is you right there.
Absolutely.
You have been taking on challengers and trivia in the internet show we do during the week.
Yep.
And we thought it'd be great to have it happen here, right here on the show.
Sounds
We've
good.
got Ryan on the phone.
Hi.
Hey, Ryan, what's up?
Nothing. I'm ready.
All right, Ryan, where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
Ooh, a native. All right.
Ryan, are you ready to take on Puddin?
I'm ready. Bring it on, Puddin.
She thinks she's all that. All right.
Bring it on, Ryan.
I'm going to throw out the question. The two of you, whoever answers first is going to get the shot at it. If you get it wrong, you'll get no points. If you get it right, you're going to get one. All right, you ready?
All right, absolutely.
All right.
How many gigs is the Xbox hard drive?
8.
2.
8 is correct. Ryan.
Yeah!
Ryan, you're cheating. I know you
Which-
are.
I'm not cheating, I swear.
Okay.
Which was released first, the Jaguar or the Genesis?
Jaguar.
Genesis.
Genesis is correct. That's two. What game company made the 32X add-on?
Nintendo.
That is incorrect. Ryan, quick stab. Nope, you're
No,
out.
he
All right,
didn't.
it's 2-0. You got 2 questions left, Puddin.
All right, quick.
Complete this character name. Crash?
Bandicoot.
Test dummies.
Bandicoot is right. And the final question, which came first, Sonic or Mario?
Mario.
Mario is correct. It's 3-1.
Oh,
Very
Ryan
good,
pulled
Ryan.
it out at the end there. All right, congratulations,
Puddin.
Ryan.
Thanks.
Nah,
Thanks, Ryan.
anytime.
It's
You'll
not
get your
your day,
beanie in the
Puddin.
mail.
It's not your day, Puddin. And you know what? It's time to kick some ass. Puddin beat me in Dead or Alive 3 earlier during rehearsal.
I think I've consistently beat
Yeah,
you
but I
at
beat you
DOA
the first
3.
time
you
we
beat
played.
me once. Okay, all right,
Chatters,
you're right.
you jump in chat now and let us know who you think's going to win, and then go to the message boards and tell us what game you want Puddin and I to go head-to-head on next week. Whatever it is, I'll probably be able to take her on. Let's go. Let's
You're all
roll
set?
it up.
I think
am
we
ready.
picked out our characters.
Yeah, I picked
Little DOA
I
3?
picked the Russian guy.
I picked Tina, so we'll see how this one goes.
Actually, no, I have Jeet Kyun Do.
You have Jan
Wan
Lee.
Jan Lee.
Look at that. Here we go. Zebra pants and everything, Scott.
You're looking great in that outfit. by
I
the way.
appreciate that.
Could you really wear that to next week's show? I look pretty good there, huh? I'm going to be playing with Puddin after this. All right, let's go.
Ooh, that
good
had
kick
to have
from
hurt, is
Tina.
all I have to say. Oh,
That's one. You go 2 out of 3.
all right, here we go. Let's go.
DC Joe Dogs
I don't
voted
think we
for
need the
Tina.
replay on that one. I
that
prefer
looks
not
like
to have it.
Right on.
All right,
I
that
have,
was a good game.
By the way, I have those same pants.
All right, one more. I'm not going to lose twice, Scott. I'm just going to tell you that right now.
You're in
Good
trouble.
sweet kick from Scott, but Tina comes back with a hit and another sweep kick. Who's got the button mashing skills?
All right, I'm about to put Scott on his back.
This is
Here
all
we
about
go.
strategy.
Yeah. That was a pretty even fight so far.
I think there's something wrong with my controller.
Oh, 2-0.
All right. We have time
What happened, Puddin?
We have time for one more.
We can
All
if
right,
you
here we
want.
go.
I mean, if you really want
I
the
will
abuse.
not go out a loser, I'm
Wow. Good Lord. Again.
Here we
Here we
go.
go, Puddin. Oh, my goodness.
telling you. Ooh, how's that
Scott
feel?
can't
How's
even
that
get
feel?
close to her. Oh, there he goes.
I need one
It's
more
a
good
kick
shot.
fest.
Next shot, next hit. Nice.
Twinson.
I think that might be.
Twinson says Tina
2-1.
equals goddess.
All right, well, let's go one more, Scott. Scott, how'd that feel?
Tina's been using elbows and kicks to maximum effect, and Tina
All right,
gets
we
the
have time for
KO.
one more. It's
Yeah,
a
it's 2-2.
tiebreaker. We have one. Okay, this is it. This is it.
DC Joe Dog thinks Scott's gonna win, but it doesn't look like it.
Here we go.
All right, this is
Final
it.
match.
Final match.
Tiebreaker.
You're finished.
All right. That's all right. I wanted that. I want to make you feel good about yourself. Ooh. I'm getting rocked. There we go. How's this gonna feel? Boom! I did a WWF style. All right, Derek, who are the chatters voting for?
They're all voting for you, Tina. It's
All right,
pretty,
well, let's
pretty
go.
clear
Oh,
cut.
if I can get you on this one, I hope.
Oh!
Next hit's a KO.
That's a hell of a pop.
Oh! Brings it out in the end. Scott
Tina
goes down
wins
the
again.
loser.
The chatters are going to be
Would have
going
been great if
crazy.
we had time only for one game. All righty, thank you very much for joining us on G4TV.com. This is how it works. Head over to the website, join the message boards, get involved in the conversation. You can recommend who we talk to on the show. You can recommend what games we play. You can recommend what Puddin should wear on the show. It's all good.
No,
You're
they can't recommend what I'm going to wear on the
You're
show.
going to read the chatters and take us
Yeah,
out
I'm
of
just
here?
going to read the names this time. We got Thug and Visit and AGN Studio, Black Wolf, Bobby, Bobo, Burr, Dell, Duality, Ed Synth, Phone, Jag, Mayoko, Nix, Ode, Postal, Puddin in Studio, Toshin, Twinson, Wilcon, let me scroll down, Zoink, IB Doi, ATF Griff, DC Joe Dog, DC Nate, Demondo, Duel, Mr. Popo. Do you prefer pizza or KFC? DC Jojo, DOA 3. And Will, what was the last question? Just so you know, Visit said Scott sucks and then says go, Tina, go.
I did get my ass kicked.
Yes, you did.